Hey guys, I have a new video today, and the topic for this video is more so a discussion and nothing not really about anyone or anything particular, so that's a little disclaimer. It's just to let you know. It's just I want to discuss a certain thing about drama, as it were, like say drama and reporting drama on the internet and what my thoughts are on it. I see some channels like they'll occasionally report on something like say I knew this channel that just does a lot of it does this cool sometimes there'll be an art channel or like a channel that's very analytical and likes to analyze different works of fiction, stuff like that. Those are channels I like, but they'll also do these strangely out of character videos, I guess, that they'll just like hype on a drama and not certainly hype, but you know, I'm trying to like multitask at the same time as recording this, so it's a little bit unfocused, but I'll say that I think on the surface level we all know that like some conflict people are like drawn to it in stories, as it were. You know how that is with the main character just like goes out to look for, like, tries to get what he wants or she, but there is a conflict, stuff like that. And so there is like this, human nature is funny. Either it'll seek it out or try to avoid conflict. And I tend to be the latter to an extent. But sometimes like the actual conflict or like drama can be amusing or entertaining. I'm not against anyone who like is interested in say purely, you know, drama like in any sort of instance, but sometimes I wonder if people see it as a formula or like to get more views or get more like get more eyes on them, you know what I mean? That's the thing I have a problem with. In one way, because I think that's the kind of issue I find with this channel I like. It's mainly just following the Star Wars, the new Star Wars franchise news, and yeah, but it's all like trying to get views and stuff. I'm not gonna like name names or anything. I mean, I feel a little bit weird mentioning it, but that's just what I think. But it's what I've heard. But yeah, and there's the other type where people will try to run away from it or try to not acknowledge it, which I don't think is that helpful, like overall. But there's something that's just, some stuff is just really unnecessary to get like all like, you know, pissy about. Like there was, and also there's this thing with tragedies, right? I had this idea that I didn't end up actually doing. Like I knew a famous like actor, or like I knew this famous person that died, and I was thinking I did this like little doodle back in the day, and I thought about making it into actual merchandise, but then there's that connotation of am I making like a profit off this person's like, you know, passing? So yeah, there's that little moral dimension to it. I mean, that's more of an extreme example, but you get what I mean, right? I guess, yeah, it's funny, like back to that point about human nature. It's like we as humans tend to be drawn to it, you know, psychologically. Like I guess as a viewer or like vicariously, you know what I mean? There was a big point I was gonna mention. Oh yeah, I guess it goes back to that, you know, old adage about a lie goes goes around the world faster than the truth. Even doesn't matter if it's bad publicity, it's good publicity. I'm sure I butchered all of those, but you get what I mean. I'm like, is bad news better than like widely distributed than good news? Or just I know some people have political agendas out there they want to push, but there's also content on the internet that's sort of tailored to a certain point of interest, and if that person wants to become very political, they do tend to I guess want to share their opinions. After all, it's, you know, it's their right to. I respect it. I just think that I think if you focus too much on like just sad or depressing like shit in general, like, and you get away from like the point of what you're doing in the first place. Yeah, like I think I know some artists and like creative people in general who I only know from drama alone. You know, we get what I mean? Like I only know about them by them for like just fucking up on something in particular. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. I think it's a bigger thing to discuss than I care to admit. But yeah, I just hope I don't become one of those things. But my life is pretty alright. I did this this drawing yesterday because I was too bored with my schoolwork, and I just wanted to do something without aim or purpose. So I drew this fan art of this movie I saw called Annihilation. It's pretty good. You should all go watch it. The interesting thing about this picture is, and I'm gonna spoil a little bit for you, not too much. The area they go into is highly is causing the creatures in biology to go loopy and just basically, I don't know, mix up all these sort of hybrid species. And but the interesting about this one is it's a bear, and the bear itself is you can see it's highly disfigured, or looks completely fucked up. It's like a ghoul, but if it was a bear. Not a Yao bear, Yao Goi, or whatever they're called in Fallout, but it's just a bear with like its skull exposed. But it also does this weird thing where it absorbs the screams. It seems to absorb the screams of its last victims. So every time it like roars, you can hear the screams of its last victim. It's pretty frightening. It's really, really memorable, actually. Memorable moment. Film was quite good itself. Yeah, it's really makes you think. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. And then I played around with shading and trying to get the lighting right. I know I don't draw backgrounds that often. I need practice, and just the light was a bit of a task. And yeah, I think what saved in the end was applying like an overlay, like a gradient with overlay, and that helps like just blend all the colors. And yeah, I tried to add a bit of a sound effect in at the end too, just to get that point across. It's actually like really really unsettling when you hear it. But and I think that'll do it for this unscripted discussion I've had. I guess I'm just putting thoughts out there about like is drama a good thing or a bad thing, or is it just, you know, just a matter of like reporting the facts and all that to get the greater picture, which I understand if that's like someone's goal, just to give the real broader picture. I respect that. it's good reporting in my books. But yeah, I mean, yeah, just like, I think the big issue with me is like if it's, say, trying to damage a person, or like damage a person's reputation, so to speak. So yeah, and that's it. So if you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.